Yeah. So go ahead. We're gonna talk about Riot and
Mm.
um and them laying off some folks, man. Skill, I think you wanted to talk about this, man. Go ahead.
Did want to chop it up a little bit about some layoffs. We all know that's a bad thing to hear. Nobody wants to be a part of that. All bad, all bad. So basically, Riot is laying off 11%. My focus is off. 11% of their workforce, about 530 workers, some odd this or that. And the chief executive pretty much was saying the biggest hit would be to teams outside of core development. So I'm guessing it's not their primary games and stuff like that, which that's kind of vague because who knows what that really includes, things like that. He said what he said was, I'm deeply sorry it has come to this, and gave him about 6 months severance and said, hey, it is what it is. And get out of here. That's kind of rough, especially it was just kind of crazy to me because I was just like, Riot should have bread. Am I wrong? I was playing Valorant and the skins are $97, bruh. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they can't keep everything. They're not flowing. The Valorant League, like these skins aren't popping off like that. They're not making. What am I missing? Like, I don't understand. But anyway, it was more than, I think, when 2023 around to now is like more than 10,000 some odd workers are laid off in the industry. All bad. So it's really starting to pile up. Like it's being a known thing. And I'm just curious, basically. And another statistics I saw that said as of January 23rd this year, there are 3,892 people have been laid off in the industry. That's top of the morning.
It's
That's like
January.
right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Bro.
crazy. Crazy, bro. So I was just curious, like, is this something that we need to worry about as far as the gamers' perspective? Like, are we going to even notice these layoffs? Are we just going to be having the same games? I'm also wondering, and I don't want to put this isn't necessarily just a Riot dig because there's layoffs all around the board for the industry. So I'm really curious if this is going to affect Project L, like and stuff like that. As far as Riot is concerned, laying people off happens. It's business, it is what it is. It's just that the fact that it's a trend in the industry right now that people are getting laid off is why it's hitting home. You know what I mean? So I'm just curious. Oh, and I have another question. Is this AI pulling up and making its firing debut? You're fired. Is it AI, not Allen Iverson?
He said you're fired.
All right, I'm not gonna joke about farts, layoff, but AI did kind of smooth pull out the toolie, bro.
That's what I'm wondering. So curious what you think, Nova, and like, do you think this is something that we need to worry about as far as gamers, and do you think this is like AI making a debut?
AI making a debut, I'll probably start there. I don't think that it's a huge AI thing. They may be utilizing some AI behind the scenes, but it seems like in 2019 and 2020, Riot as a company started to become like really ambitious because, around the pandemic time, everybody was sitting at home. So there was a lot more money in gaming for people to sit at home, you know what I mean? So they were making some ambitious, moves business wise to try to grow.
Right.
Unfortunately, in today's climate with gaming, it seems like they may have just kind of overextended themselves because it sounds like the company itself is doing good. At least the core games are doing good as far as like League of Legends, Rift Apart or Wild Rift, I mean,
Right.
and Valorant and all those other games. So those are doing great. But as far as like Legend of Runeterra, it wasn't doing so hot. It was being supplemented by the profit of the other games.
That's true.
Excuse me. So that's one thing. And as like you said, there's like thousands upon thousands of people being laid off, probably because of just the shift of the market. It's just not as much money out there. Plus they had like an entire section of their business called Forge, which they kind of license their IPs out to smaller external studios. So I think they're going to nip that in the bud. They're not going to be doing any more of that. They're going to stick to their core products that they have out there, man. And it sounds like they just had like a limb that was injured, man. They just had to sever it so the entire company can survive with their core IPs. Right. So yeah, I think that it's good. But as far as the layoff in general, this is probably layoff sucks in general, but they did get the 6-month severance, like you said. The company is even went as far as offering if you don't have a computer at home and you're a Riot employee, we'll give you like a laptop, you know what I'm saying? So you
that's what's up.
I got you, Rob.
Yeah. So all that stuff.
Yeah, I just think it's this one right here. Shit. Hold on, it's not that one, bro.
Maybe you can scroll a little bit up. I think it's a little bit higher on that specific article. But yeah, so laptops if needed, even a potential bonus too, even if you're not working there at the company.
I saw like cash bonuses or something like that, which is pretty crazy. Giving out
health benefits. Yeah. So all of these stipulations, man, just from you being left off, all 530 employees, you know, could potentially benefit from this. It sucks, you know, but 6 months severance while you're looking for another job, not too bad.
Not too bad. 6 months.
If I get, especially as a developer, right? Like people, like even if they go another route with developing something else, I don't know everybody's job, they got let go.
Right.
If they're developers or just support or community or whatever, HR sometimes. But if I get fired from any job, give me this.
Please.
Yeah, exactly, bro. This ain't too bad.
No, 6 months is nice.
Yeah.
A minimum 6 months of salary. Minimum. Which is crazy. Right? I mean Tencent owns Riot, right? So they got the funds to do something like that.
They do have the funds.
Yeah, a computer, career support.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we're gonna help you find it. Like, we're gonna help you find a new job.
Another job, yeah.
Like, this is actually, if layoffs happen, this is actually a good look on how to do them.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, a computer, career support, writer assistance program, which I didn't even read too far in that. It'll continue to have, they'll have continued access to the writers assist program 24/7 for 3 months after they leave Riot. Train counselors who can help emotional, legal, bro, come on. Like most jobs, like get the fuck out, you're fired, pack your shit. And that's it.
Yeah.
And you still get to keep your email access.
Yeah, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Bro, that's cool, man. I was thinking that, I don't know how far into development Project L is, but sometimes they do beef up the staff to get that thing going, but then they'll cut it by a third. That team by a third once they have everything that they need.
Essential only staff at that point.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's not essential only. Essential only is like to maintain, like once it's already out, right? But more like, you know, we got the foundation down. We don't really need 7 people working on this. We only need 2 for this specific part. You know what I mean? Like, Rob, you're an engineer, so you know probably kind of how the game goes. I don't know if it's the same within your line of work, but
but you don't need as many people to support as you do to develop, so that makes sense.
Gotcha.
For sure. As far as AI is concerned, it could have a little bit to do with that. I wouldn't say a lot yet, but I think we'll start seeing more layoffs like this until, I don't know why I highlighted that shit. Fuck out of here. Yeah, I don't necessarily think that it's AI right now to a large degree. Out of the 500 something employees, maybe like 30, 40 of them. But you can start seeing a lot of that probably as it starts ramping up. It's starting to become a little normalized. Alana Pierce, holy fuck, dude. I don't know if I talked about this on this podcast before, but she was the one talking about when Microsoft bought InWorld. they're an AI company that does like dialogue and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She was like, y'all know who Alana Pierce is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She was talking about, I will never play a game made with N-World, right? Like, okay, whatever. But then she about to boot up Foam Stars. Not Foam. Hold on, what was it? No, she's about to play Pal World. Was it Pal World? What game was she about to play today? Was it today or this morning? She's about to play something, bro, and like it has AI in it. And she was like, "Well, I don't talk about specific AI. Like I was talking about that kind of AI." I was,
They're
bro,
moving the goalposts.
Yeah.
them goalposts is tired, boss. The wheels on them is about to come off. Like it's crazy, bro. Like, yeah, but it's becoming normalized, right? Like people are going to start using AI, just like they use AI for years for procedural generation, right? They are going to because nobody's handcrafting all these environments, for these large ass games. Like they're using AI. They have been using it forever, right? So no matter what way you look at it, AI is taking somebody's job, whether it's procedural generation or it's dialogue or it's models or artwork for the game. I mean, come on, man. Like
Yeah.
Somebody gonna see the door.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Keep that shit in check though, man. If you got an issue with AI, like don't be picky and choosy about which AI you're against. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't do that.
When it comes to games is small shit, right?
Yeah.
We could be picky and choosy about AI taking over our lives one day. You know what I mean?
Cyborgs versus
Hey, I might get on version like 4 or 5. I ain't gonna lie. Some AI assistant, bro. I'm down.
Version 4 or 5 would be solid as shit.
Yeah. I'm not getting in on the ground level though.
No, not for the first 3. Not at all.
Y'all they gonna be drones, bro.
I just saw one of those bots that Elon did. He was folding a shirt hella slow, bro. I was like, nobody want that.
Yeah, it better not be slow.
Run over there, snatch that shit. Give me that shit. It's better. Do it yourself.
I could not. I would be pissed off if that thing is doing it slower than me. I'm just like, that ain't it.
Yeah, give me that.
Yeah, man. What's the breaking point for some of these companies, right? We know I'm just gonna like piggyback off Scale's topic a little bit. What's the breaking point for some of these companies to where you would no longer support? Like we know that these companies make an exorbitant amount of money, like Riot, Tencent, right? At what point do we say like, yo, that's not cool that you're making XYZ billions of dollars, right? Or millions, depending on the studio. Some studios we get like your margins are already slim and you got to cut some fat, right? But for the ones that like have crazy amount, what's the breaking point for you guys to be like, yeah, I'm not supporting that studio anymore because they just laid off 30%? Like Twitch was crazy, bro. I was like, but them motherfuckers they're not profitable. Because they when they started allowing that new meta of the shirts,
you're talking about the Twitch streamer things.
I was like,
hot tubs.
I was like, boy, they hurting. They got to be hurting for money if they allow shit like that, bro.
I wasn't a fan of that too much. It was, man.
Yeah. But I'll start with you, Scale, man. What's your breaking point?
To not support a company?
Yeah, like if you feel like it's being too greedy and it's not putting the employees first, man. Like Bungie was one of them, bro. Bungie was
crazy,
reckless,
right,
with their shit, man. But they let go a bunch of community team members, and then motherfuckers got nominated for best community for the Game Awards.
The irony
is crazy.
Yeah. But what y'all think, man?
Let me see. So, what would it take? Honestly, the first thing that comes to my mind is Overwatch 2, straight up. And I was an easy uninstall. That whole circumstance that they did and that whole situation for me, because it'd take a lot for me not to support. Let's be real. It'd take a lot for me not to support a company because at the end of the day, I just want the game. I could damn near give a shit because we all got a life to live. You know what I mean? We all out here struggling. You know what I mean? I'm sorry that happened to you. I empathize, but I have to live. Like we all have lives to live. So it's like shit happens. But as far as it have to be some Overwatch shit where you slap me in the face, tell me something coming out and it's not, and then do some 1.5 shit. It'd have to be on that kind of slap me in the face type of level, or how that's about probably be my breaking point to not support, or you just be racist up front. Those are
that'll do it.
Things. Yeah, that'll do it for sure. I'll be like, oh no, I can't rock with them. That's easy. Just don't like it. It's all right.
So specifically about layoffs and how a company treats their employees, I guess.
Right.
In that aspect, what would be your breaking point to be like,
oh, they're treating them like trash. I can't.
Or the grind. They're on a 6-month grind. No, you can't go home to your family.
See, that shit. You know what's crazy, bro? Like if I didn't know anything and I'm just a gamer, I don't give a shit. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's like
that's
I'm
most
a
people.
Gamer. I know, and it's like I just want the game. Slave them up. But
someone said power world them. That power world them.
Like from a gamer's perspective, from just straight gamer perspective, because they're not into the big business side of things. They're not hearing about the layoffs from that aspect. You know what I mean? For the most part, like they just want the game as soon as possible and as best as possible. So it's like I can to not support. Man, I mean, man, you'd have to be treating your company pretty bad, because then I'd have to be like, let me see all the numbers, because I'm pretty sure you're probably getting paid pretty well. I'd have to know kind of everything to instantly not support. But yeah, you'd have to treat them pretty. Your staff. I don't agree with treating your staff like shit, especially if you're a company making a lot of money. Your employees should be lavish, to be honest. Like it should be, especially after a game is done and it sells well, them motherfuckers should get an easy break. Let the service crash, but like, you know what I'm saying? Let them get some time to like soak it in. Like you should be appreciating your team. Like you wouldn't be here without them. So I do understand that, but it's like, man, we only get one side of the story half the time, or a false side. We don't even know how. What if they're shitty employees on the every other aspect except work? Could be a fucking dickhead.
He said, "Why she?"
Like it's like, man, shit. Sometimes people just gotta treat people how you want to be treated, but some people don't do that. They don't live by that. So I mean, I don't know. It takes like you gotta just treat people like total complete shit for me to not support. I'm a gamer at the end of the day, though. I want the game. So
yeah,
that's me.
Mute it, Viking.
You are muted.
I'm over here yelling too. I said. Fun speculations in the crib.
Yeah.
What's up, Mav?
What up?
We got two little questions here. Twittery Snake says, think about what happened with ABK back in 2021. I honestly wonder what would happen if Microsoft didn't acquire them after all that stuff. Would consumers go back to normal after a while? Consumers always do, bro. Like, it's so hard to, like, when's the last time there was like a proper boycott of anything? You know what I mean? A proper boycott.
Oh man, it takes so much.
It takes a lot, bro.
Like, Overwatch was close. Not gonna lie, the community was fed up with their shit.
Bro, Overwatch has 50 million active users, bro.
I know.
Bro, which is crazy, bro.
Which is crazy. They took that slap and said, more, please. More,
yeah.
More,
essentially.
It's crazy.
Fun speculation says, how's it going, Viking? Hey, we Gucci over here.
What up?
Hey, we celebrating. We finally monetized over here. We doing it for the kids. Got the yak. We having a good time, baby. We having a good time over here.
Cognac.
Lover God question: with Xbox players keep the same energy with Final Fantasy 16 when the dev said there are no black people in their game? Listen. I am tired, and it's not just Final Fantasy 16. Y'all help me out. Y'all help me out here. You have a high fantasy game or TV show, right? Let's look at Lord of the Rings as an example. Like, nigga, it's not real.
Yeah. You got dragons in the universe, bro.
And orcs and mages and everything, bro.
It's not fucking real. You cannot tell me to keep it authentic. You can't have black people. That is asinine. Game of Thrones kind of did that. There was like what 3-4 black people in it. You know what I mean?
They had one black person at the table.
Yeah. But I mean,
hey man, we know what it is.
Blood.
Man. We know what it is, man.
Lord of the Rings had nothing.
Nope. They also had hobbits.
No black people in the Shire.
But there was 2 foot guys, a race of 2 feet creatures in there. Like, come on, bro. Talking dragons.
Dragons that hoard gold and shit in the bottom of a mountain.
Right, that shit was clean. I ain't gonna lie.
Red-headed dwarven people. But we can't get no melanin up in this bitch.
Right.
I get tired of it, bro. Like
we're fatigued. We've been way fatigued off. We've been way fatigued. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Fun speculation with the 5. Congrats on the monetization.
Appreciate it.
Onwards and upwards, bro. Hey. Appreciate that, big
Thank
dog.
you very much.
100%. Twitter Snake said exactly. You can have a dragon, manicore, orcs, etc. But black people is too unrealistic in a fantasy
unrealistic. It's nuts.
That shit be pissing me off, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. And I don't be on no woke shit like that, like too often. Like, I'm woke. I'm hella woke, if y'all didn't know. But when it comes to shit like that, bro, like that shit pisses me off to no end. So yeah. What y'all think, man?
About
do you want me to talk to you about the 100 people? I mean, the people that's laid off, and if that's ethical or if I'll support them?
Well,
black people,
the black folks. Let's hit it with that, bro.
Bro, like, to be honest, man, like, I would love to see some more people that look like me in more places, man, but I'm not gonna go begging nobody, bro. If they don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they know black people exist, and they know that they want dragons, you know. So
that's what they want.
Dragons. That's what they want. You know what I'm saying? So hey,
they want elves. That's what they want, man. Okay.
That's what they want.
Good. I want a story, so I don't give a shit. It's like,
yeah. Even Harry Potter, I think throughout the whole movie series, there's one.
Man, one on consistent one and barely consistent. And I was just like, man, this ain't our guy. Well, it was thanks. We're glad, but we want one that we want one on the good side. He was on Draco's team. I was like, man, he ain't gonna last. Obviously, he's going down with Draco. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Draco. Slytherin, we stick together out here.
That's right. Slid.
Bro, I was watching that shit the other day, and they was in the store, and they was talking to the Weasleys, and his dad was in there, bro. His dad shady as fuck. I was like, bro, these Slytherin dudes is weak. But not y'all. But them other Slytherin dudes, weak.
There's a couple of weak little Slytherins out there.
Yeah,
they get weeded out. They get weeded out.
Yeah,
real ones stayed through. Slytherin got fucked towards the end. There was no Slytherin left.
Chose the wrong side.
Legendary Yobi says after they made their comment, speaking of Square Enix, I don't buy their products anymore. Our black dollars are strong as fuck. Fuck what they talking about. Hey,
they gave us Barrett. But they also made him the angriest fucking black guy ever. But he was cussing like shit. I was laughing like shit too.
But he was misunderstood though.
He
He had a
was. You're
soft
right.
side because he
You're
had the
right.
little girl to take care of.
You're right. And we understood that in those graphics back then, reading it, no voice dubs. We got they did give us a Barrett who with the high top, so we knew he wasn't just a tanned white guy.
He was a stand-up. He was a stand-up dude too. I fuck with Barrett.
Stand up. They did give us Barrett.
Oh man, yeah. Fun Speculation said they only show up, Vic, if you put $30 under your mattress.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
you a fool for that, man.
Crazy.
Holy shit. All right, Nova, what's your thoughts on the layoff shit, man? Like what
breaking point?
What's your breaking point, bro?
So I will say that I wouldn't really stop supporting the company just from layoffs, because I feel like layoffs are kind of an instrument that businesses use for different reasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For Riot's point, it seems like Riot had to do that, you know, or the entire company themselves were going to tank. So as far as the layoffs, no. But I will say, when I feel like I'm lied to by the company, i.e. Overwatch 2, CD Projekt Red, you know, because that Cyberpunk 2077 was, when it came out, it was crazy.
Bro, I was hitting 10 frames.
Yeah. T-posing, sitting in cars. I'm talking about graphical glitches, bro. Like literal everything. The cops spawning around you, like literally.
Yes.
So just all kinds of stuff like that. Even like No Man's Sky, when you promise me the world and you give me, you know, only a fraction of what you promised me. So things like that'll turn me off as a consumer more than a layoff would. So just don't lie to me, man. Be transparent. If you can, give me an alpha or early release access so we can, you know, try
work
to
it out together.
Yeah, let's move to the goal line amicably. You know what I'm saying? Let's get there.
Help me help you. Come on, we both want this. Like,
exactly. Yeah. So as long as they're honest and ethical, man, I'll rock with you. So what'll do it for you, Viking? What'll make you not come support?
Overwatch 2 was like the biggest one, bro. Like I literally, as soon as that announcement came out, I was like, we not doing PvE no more. Excuses. I uninstalled that bitch on everything I had.
I respect it though.
Yeah. I was like, blood, you are not about to say we're making Overwatch 2 for the specific reason of having PvE in it. And then it come out and it's like, don't worry, guys, we're cooking. I was like, all right, I'm still over here playing, you know what I'm saying? Getting my ass whooped in it. Right. And then like a couple months down the line, it's like, yeah, you know that PvE thing we created this whole thing for? It's not coming, guys. I said, yep, uninstall.
I uninstalled for sure.
And then you do that on a free-to-play game, right? To where like your money is dependent on people staying engaged and buying your battle passes. But I guess some people don't give a fuck because they motherfuckers 50 million strong.
Don't give a damn. I thought we were together at one point. I was like, the community has to stay strong on this. Like, no. And then they come out with shit and you have to damn near pay for characters. It's like on a free thing. It's like, bro, what is happening? Y'all still supporting this? If that's what they're gonna do, they're gonna keep doing it. If you keep supporting it, can't stop.
Unfortunately, it's like a niche game though. Like, what other games can y'all think about that has like a 5v5 escort-esque type thing that's like that popular? You know what I mean?
With
like
lovable characters. It's a good. That's what sucks. I love Overwatch. I actually do. That's why I'm so sad about this happening. It's like I would love to continue to play. I love the characters, I love the gameplay, but the community toxic as shit. Can't tell nobody to change ever.
Yeah.
So
I need hills.
Oh my god, bro. They be spamming the hills, bro. Being a support on that game is crazy. Like I be healing people. Well, back when I was playing, I would heal people and they be spamming they need heals. I'm like, I'm already healing you.
They're just programmed to say I need it. It's like I don't even like that. You got a program already saying you need heals. Like we ain't even into it yet. You just not come on, we team game. But I still love that game. But the original game's good. But Yeah,
the game is good, man. They just lied. That's all
lied.
it is. They just lied. So
can't do it. Not around here.
So like fun speculation brought up a good point, and I think you guys are unanimous in that too. Layoffs suck, but it's not a unique thing to gaming right now, affecting all tech in a big way. Yeah, for sure. Do you guys think it's a good move? Like, I know a lot of studios within and publishers within, not publishers, within Microsoft are now trying to unionize, right? And Microsoft's like letting them unionize. Do you think for the gaming industry, I think I'm a big union guy, but I love to hear y'all's thoughts on, you think that's a good move for a good direction for game developers or anybody within that industry, smaller level, to do? I'll start with you, Nova.
I think that's actually a great idea, man, for the union. Specifically because I think a lot of the times when some of these games are released, they're just released in bad condition, you know, and a lot of the times the devs get blamed for, look at the condition that this game is released in, you know, this the devs' fault. Right. But a lot of the times it's like the people in the higher up, you know, positions, the people that's, you know, has the money, the budgets and things of that nature, that's making these decisions to release these games early. So it'll give the developers more of a voice when it comes to making these important decisions on some product that they're working on, you know what I mean, that they love too, you know, that they're working on day in and day out. So I think that devs unionizing would be a great thing, man.
What about you, Skell?
I agree. I feel like having the backs of the workers is always a good thing. They're helping you make a product. You guys are making millions, if not billions of dollars off of it. You should protect those people at all costs. And I think the gamers would want that too. It's like, I think we all felt the way when the Kojima shit happened as gamers.
Oh my goodness.
I think we all really felt that. It's like, bruh, no, if we need something to protect that, like, that's not cool. Like, I feel like he got 360'd or some bullshit.
Yeah, hit him with the 360 deal. No, that's a perfect good point.
You know what I mean? So I understand. And a union can really, I mean, it's an industry that they want to probably, like, the developers and stuff and coders and just people working in the industry, they want to stay in there. They got into it to probably stay in that. So a union would help them stay in that, get them more jobs. If another company tries to hold them, like, it just keeps them safe, and keeping them safe keeps the game safe, which keeps me happy. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Because if they do Kojima like that, imagine what they'll do to your ass,
bruh.
Just saying, bro.
Yes.
I'm just saying, like, that's Kojima, bro. Like,
right.
Yeah, they straight cooked that motherfucker, boy.
Also, you got me fucked up. This is crazy.
Yeah.